A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. On the subject of the levels of the nafs, who knows himself will know his Lord. There's a medical school, that's why we are learning these subjects. And it's important to know ourselves, to understand our proximity to our Lord. That because of the fayaz of the shaykhs and the blessing and energy that dressing upon them, people become drunk thinking they've achieved something. And they want us to understand these understandings, to realize where we are. When you're truthful to yourself, and it's not for the shaykh to call you out but for you to understand yourself and the ability to understand. If you don't understand these teachings and you're distracted, then you won't understand what's happening in your life, and most likely you'll run away. Those whom are inspired by Allah to achieve what Allah wants them to achieve, then they're studying, they're understanding, and they're going at a pace to truly understand themselves with sincerity and change. But they don't know why they're studying, they're not paying attention. Then when a test comes, that same day they will actually come and ask, oh my gosh, I was just insulted. Where were you when these discussions were taking place? That's not good, and in any school you go to you'll fail like that. So we'll start again. Nafs amara, this is the evil self.
This first level of the development of man expresses itself in selfishness, arrogance, hardness of heart, oppression of others, lack of gratitude, ambition, stinginess, envy, anger, cynicism, laziness. At this stage, the rational self and human conscience have been overtaken by carnal desires.
This is for us our own diagnosis, like a medical class. You read what they describe, these awliyaullah, from teachings of Prophet. This is the immense science of the self. So when you see somebody of these characteristics, they're nafs amara, that they are not accepting anything from the heavens, and their understanding is to enjoy this life with whatever ability they can, regardless of who's affected, who's helped and who's harmed by it. Like TV now, there's not a television channel that they call news, and it's not news, it's just this. It's a whole bunch of nafs amara people sitting in front of a camera displaying all these characteristics, what they call talk shows, commentary. There's no more news on the television, there's nobody reporting news. They're just one after another doing every type bad characteristic. Why? So that when you watch it you begin to absorb it and you think this becomes a normal for you, that you'll go out and you'll do this. If you are doing these things then you're at the level of nafs amara. So you don't have to admit to your shaykh how high you think you are, you just read this and say, oh that's where I am, yes this is your maqam.
This nafs is our worst enemy, who is living inside of us, dominating and tyrannizing us and keeping our human soul imprisoned and forgotten in the depths of our subconscious. Because we allow the nafs to lean towards material values, to take pleasure only in worldly life, our nafs has become almost animal-like, while its shape remains that of a human being.
So then understanding these, and then we ask ourselves, am I in that? So when people understand they have a lot of bad desires, a lot of bad characteristics, they're not changing their characteristics, then this is to understand that this nafs of mine is at that level and it continuously pulling me towards the badness. So we come to tariqah because they're showing there's no help for you with yourself. There is no self-help. Has to be through Allah giving guidance. When Allah gives guidance, He dispatches the lion tamers. So that to begin to send an energy, a teaching, a reality, stop what you're doing. And by accompanying these associations and watching the teachings, taking the fires and the lights of these teachings, making the madad and the ta'weezes and all of these things are all the implementations to lift amara out and to take the servant out of a deceitful character and to acknowledge Allah, to feel it, to love it and to understand the Divinely Presence, inshaAllah.